Hello, welcome to my first video on Mythbound. We're in the Mount Mimic season, so patch with the limit breaker and all that. I wanted to play Cupcup here because the Galaxy Pass happened to give me Nuada and Wishing Fish, which neither of which have done like what I would describe as a whole lot in my couple games, but have like a direct synergy with Cupcup that felt like it might be worth exploring potentially. I feel like I'm not quite taking to like figuring out how the game is meant to be played in Mythbound yet, so we might also just see me struggle in general while playing a captain that struggles with cards that have tended to struggle when I've tried to use them in other places and just die. But since the Galaxy Pass granted me these two cards for this specific captain, and the captain is now here, I wanted to at least give it a try. So this is the cards I cut here were the lemon head that I had in here and the cherry topples. I don't know if those are the correct cuts, but given that like we kind of want our early game to be like getting Nuada triggered and then Wishing Fish triggered, it feels like cutting the like early game stuff outside of like I still like the high roll with like Gingerbread Witch into Silver Lollipop Fairy as a thing that can happen. And Miseria I feel like is just too good not to have. And then the rest is just kind of standard candy stuff. Caramel is a card I kind of enjoyed playing in Cupcup before, just on the off chance, like on the chance that you have a silver on board and then you can turn it candy and it gets super sweet. And I think I potentially might like it even more if we get Nuada going, because then it's like, yeah, you're gonna have a silver on board. It's just a thing that's gonna happen, most likely. So it feels like it fits even more than before. And then otherwise just like the good candy cards at the top end, where if they're silver and gold are super sweet and just really strong. So let's see how that goes. Okay, start with our Gingerbread Witch. And then I want to focus more on health if we're going for Nuada things, so I'm going to take the Itsy Bitsy Spider. I think it's like probably the best thing here regardless. Okay, I win our first fight against the Dino. I forgot to check the lobby. Like, as with Mythbound, I feel like it's kind of more important to check the lobby early, because to me at least, it feels like there's a lot more captains where like, hey, you kind of want to know what's going on their turn 3, like Mercury and stuff. Okay. I think I'm just gonna take the Peachy Queen here. Okay, that's not ideal. Do I take the Dragonling now? Like, I'm already feeling scared here. And like maybe Dragonling could get us something that can give us a tiny boost. More so than the Scrub Fowl. Okay, I want to put... Okay, so we fought the Dino, then it's... So Sweet Tooth got another Candy Captain, then it'll be Witches 3. Witches 3 is probably going to kill us on 3. Nathaniel Drake has a pretty good chance of being pretty strong on 4. And then Nemesis on 5 is terrifying. And then we're back to Dino on 6, which is also potentially terrifying. So this is not looking good for our, like, plan of Nuada. Like, we're looking like we're just gonna get run down. And if we lose this fight, we're in especially large trouble, and I'm not convinced that we're gonna win here. An egg means we probably do. Okay. Well, that's good at least. Okay, this has our peachy buff, which is good if I think I can take it without getting full-hearted here, which I don't think I can against witches. So I think I need to take this gentle giant here. Okay, and then the lollipop fae replace the gingerbread witch with the peachy bonus. Might keep us alive. That's a pretty substantial power boost there. Let's see. I want to put the giant in the... No, I think because they're going to be strong in the back, so I want the giant to try and multi-trade with their front line rather than like be in the back and just die in one from a big hit. So I think this is the positioning I want to go with. We've got a shark in the back. Looks like we should win this. Ahab is big, though. Okay, never mind, we lose, but yeah. I missed the Ahab in my initial scout there, and then the fight order did not play nicely with us, so... Lost that fight. I think that's okay. Now I think I want to... can sweeten here, or like try to find the Nuada. I think I'm gonna try and find the Nuada. Let's see, after the witches, it was Drake. Drake on 4, I think we can still beat with what we have here, probably, with some small upgrades. We're gonna take this Miseria. Ooh, actually, do I Silvery Moon the Lollipop Fairy? To make sure I have that. We only have one sweetness right now. That's a lot. Like, I feel like I want to do that. And then here I'm gonna Gumdrop on the Lollipop Fairy. Okay. Like, this Gentle Giant's preventing us from dealing full heart damage, but I think that's fine. See, they have a Carving Fork. So... yeah. So, Gentle Giant reducing our damage output, but it's, like, keeping us alive here, so... I'm fine with that. Okay, now we're in rare, so Nuada is probably done. Like, the chance for that is probably done. We might be able to fit it back in at somehow if we get time later. But now we're kind of looking for the Wishing Fish. This shop is kind of lame. I'm going to take the Rose. Okay, Cool Whip is definitely playing. And... okay, this Nemesis looks like it hasn't cast its things yet. But they have a Masterwork scroll, so they're probably trying to get that first. But that's good for us. It means we didn't, like, just completely get full-hearted here. Taking time up, Fortification, Spinach. Don't know that it matters too much. I think I'm just going to take the Time Top at this point. These aren't great. Don't have any slot buffs or anything. We can put the goodie bag in front of the fairy. Instead of the Dragon Leg. That's fine. Silver Cool Whip. Didn't find any sweetness here. But the Katamari can play over the spider. It's turn 6, Sweet Tooth. They're potentially getting them online. The dino just crashed and burned. They have a big Angelica, which is scary. Goodie Bag is a little scary. Yeah, they just popped off with all kinds of stuff here. Okay, definitely this 3 wrappers. Wand of Shielding over scrolls, I think. And then I'm just gonna giant growth on the goodie bag for that. Yeah, we're behind. But yeah, the goodie bag kept us in there. No sweetness here either is annoying. Do I just shrink tea here? The iron cast. Is the iron cast worth it? I think I'd want to be like kind of make targeted spells on this goodie bag, so I think I'm just gonna shrink tea for this wand bonus here. And tavern, find a candy cap. Yes, okay. Pixie is great. Be great if we can silver it. Yeah, position like this. Slot 1 fill is weird. I guess they have full scam units in the front line. So that was a weird board. No sweetness again. Nothing here worth taking. I can take the hook over the Katamari, I guess. That seems okay. And here, I'm gonna look for a candy card here. The peppers on the Cool Whip. I think still this. Okay. Stinky made a slot for itself, so that was cool. And then doop, boop. Alright. Okay. Looks like they took treasure buff? Spell buff, treasure buff? That would only be 4. They have like something else on board that was buffing their treasures? Because these treasures are buffed 6. Oh wait, Masterwork Scrolls makes their spell buff 5, and then that buffs the treasure buff spell by 5. So that's 6. Okay, so they took spell buff, treasure buff, which is interesting. They don't look like they have treasures to make a whole lot of use of that right now, so that's probably good for us. Alright, you can take the silver pixie here. Okay, and now I'm going to try and do this wishing fish thing. I think the hook goes. It's like the goodie bag's our best fighter. It's either the goodie bag or the hook or the lollipop berry, and I don't think the hook's good enough without the support. And the fairy's buffing the goodie bag. I think I'm gonna replace the hook. That's not a targeted spell, so just take silver. Okay. We're gonna try and get this fish done next turn. And like look for a golden like gelatin or something. Do this. I don't want the permanent buffs on the wishing fish. This looks like we're probably gonna lose. but only by a half heart, which is better than I was expecting that to go. So I'll take that, and then Statue of Olympus is no targeted spell here, but this Over the Rainbow, if we keep going until we get the Wishing Fish unit, could be good. Okay, Mixo on the Wishing Fish makes us much better at fighting this fight. I think I'll position that in 1 then, like this. They might actually have their biggest unit in back as witches, but our supports are in the back, so... slot 2 would have been the hit, but... Okay, we were pretty lucky with their sneak there. We actually ended up winning. Caramel doesn't do anything here. Well, I mean, making the goodie bag candy would, like, can't make it count as gelatin. But I think I'd rather just, like, meet in a tavern. No. Okay. Yeah, okay, so we found the normal gelatin. Think that's the lollipop berry gone, because I still wouldn't mind like just going straight to gold with the Wishing Fish. I am going to position like this to be just stronger fighting though. The Statue of Olympus with the Wand of Shielding is kind of nice. This board is nothing. Except for Phil, because of course it's Phil. Okay, this is still not a targeted spell. The legendary treasure is more valuable here. Coast Dark Gelatin's technically a villain, but I think the Trident of the Tide. Okay, we get to kiss our Wishing Fish. So now Wishing Fish shouldn't be able to find itself. That's actually not bad, and it's candy now. Stinky. Okay. Gold Viscount is probably the pick here. Like, it's immediately 7 plus 78, 78, so like... So, it's turn 13. We shouldn't still be alive on turn 13. But imagine we had this, like, turn 7. And, like, we've kind of low-rolled on our candy, like, given the fact that we've got Cool Whip, have been, like, digging for targeted spells and casting spells in candy, and the fact we're still only on 8 sweetness. This is a very strong turn 7 card. It's a very weak turn 13 card, but it shouldn't have taken us till turn 13 to get here, I don't think. So, whatever. But I'm gonna go ahead and replace the Stinky with it. Daisy Jones Locket for the goodie bag is fine. And we're on our last round if we win. We've got one more round if we lose. They're pretty weak. And we win. Okay. So we got to do the Wishing Fish thing. Sorta, kinda. You see, I'm still, like, in gold. It's day 1 of the new season, so there's that to consider, but I don't know. Definitely need more reps in order to know whether, like, that Wishing Fish was just terrible low roll in terms of time it took to get it. Like, we picked it up in our epic turns, I think. I don't think we had it in rare. So we got it like turn 7, 8, and didn't trigger it until turn 13. 5 turns feels like a longer than average time to have had that take. and combined with the fact that we got like no candy spells and all that time was also just kind of hurting our other stuff. I don't know. I think the idea is solid. Whether it's actually functional remains to be seen. But like, if you can get a turn 7 8 sweetness, which is like totally reasonable for turn 7, I think. It's weird that we were still at 8 sweetness on turn 13, but like a turn 7 8 sweetness, super sweet 9 Viscount seems pretty solid to me. So have to get more reps in and see whether that works out. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.